Hey, good evening, good day, good afternoon, whatever the time you are watching this, and welcome to the International School of Traders. Guys, my name is Nubego Mtiana, the CEO and founder of the International School of Traders. Some of you guys have been hearing my voice, but today you are seeing my actual face. I'm not quite happy with my camera. That is why in most cases my face is hidden, but as soon as the camera is sorted, I'm going to become more often in terms of appearing on all these videos. Thank you for tuning in. My name is Nubego once again. Today, I'm going to be showing you what trades are we having in the market this coming week. Let's go. I am the CEO and founder of the International School of Traders. And before we go into the positions that we want to take and analysis, let's look at the couple of things that we want to see in terms of the scheduled news. In terms of the scheduled news, this is what we're looking at. I am looking at least tomorrow, the GDP year on year, and private consumption in the early hours of morning in Japan. That is going to be happening, yes, tomorrow morning. And then there's going to be some Chinese news coming in also, the retail sales and fixed assets investment and all of that. Those news are going to be coming in tomorrow. Please watch out for those. There's going to be some German news also, but that are less important to look out for. And then the wholesales, yes, Nigerian, we're not trading anything related to Nigerian naira. But the Canadian dollar tomorrow will be, the Canadian in Canada, they will be releasing manufacturing sales and also wholesales in the month on month for June, right? That will be very important to look out for. Looking at how I'm setting up myself to look at USD CAD especially. So I'm going to show you what things to look out for in the market. So let's go into the market and show you guys what it is that we are looking at today. Okay, I'm going to go straight into Euro USD. Let's discuss Euro USD together, right? On a daily time frame, Euro USD has been very, very bearish. Okay, we might say bullish, bearish, and all of that, but let me just say from these particular days right here, which is the 7th of July, 7th of January 2021, this became a bearish market in terms of the dollar market, meaning the dollar has been receiving strength ever since there was more of a confirmation that Mr. Joseph Biden was going to become president. Let us see how things happen, but these are my expectations, right? Now, most people, and we can agree on this one, that this looks more like a head and shoulders. Now, a head and shoulders formation, to those of you who do not know, is a formation that is expected in most cases where it appears in this kind of a manner. Let me quickly get my note here. Okay, it appears in this kind of a manner where it's showing you the left shoulder, the right shoulder, and then this is the left shoulder, the head, and then the right shoulder. Now, in most cases, the breakout, which we've just seen here, is the one that confirms things. And then most cases, the pullback is the one that we need to watch out for. And then in most cases, after that breakout, we see markets going all the way down. Now let's see how things go, but I believe that this head and shoulders is most true in this particular case. Now, where are we going to take our profit if we start swinging on this particular trade? The particular level that I'm looking at here is this is the first level that I'm looking at actually, which is going to be the 61.8. We're going to be taking our take profit. We're going to be setting our take profit for 1.16 135. That is very important for those of you who are in the group, International School of Traders group, which is the IT live trading room and the trading community. Please note these levels. This is where we want to take profit when we are selling this particular trade or setup. We want to be taking our profit down there. So let us look at some smaller time frames, like 4-hour time frame, and see if we can't find something very beautiful there. Okay, cool. So we've been very bearish here on gold for quite some time. No doubt about that, on a 4-hour time frame. But what I want to look at here is some couple of levels. I believe we do have 3 levels that we want to look at here. First level being this one right here, where we want to start selling. That will be an early entry. And then the next one will be this one right here. This is another beautiful level where we saw markets coming and retesting this level before going down. And then the last level that we want to look at is this one right here, obviously with a stop loss which is a little bit higher. In this particular case, a stop loss of 1.19106 when we start selling here. This will be an early entry, then a secondary, some sort of a more medium entry. But if you do have a bigger account for swinging, please excuse me, guys. I've been traveling the whole day. Now I am in Johannesburg, so I've been traveling and all that, so I am a little bit tired. Okay, cool stuff. Let me show you some things. So I'm expecting a little bit of a sell here, a little bit of a sell here, and then this one will be the ultimate sell zone for me in this particular case. And to just spice things off, we can just use Fibonacci, to see if we are looking at correct levels. Yes, the levels are looking more like they are correct this particular case. Okay, cool stuff. Let's look at XAUUSD, which is gold. Now, I would like to go back to our analysis that we did some weeks ago, so that I bring you guys to an understanding. Now, the structure that we mentioned some few weeks ago might have been wrong, but you can still use it to look. Now, there's many ways to kill a cat here in the Forex market. Let's look at these markets. Now, during the NFP or the jobs numbers, when the job numbers were released in the US, we saw a beautiful fall on gold, right? Now, as that fall came, I want us to use some beautiful levels. Before I go into some beautiful levels, market came down and the market is a little bit retracing. I believe this is a retracement. This is an impulsive move. This is an impulsive move. This is a retracement right here. So let me mark off some beautiful levels right here. This is a retracement right here. Excuse. This is a retracement. And I believe this right here, which we are having, is going to be another retracement. So if you just plug in your Fibonacci retracement zones here, you can see that we retraced all the way up to the 50%, and then market started coming all the way down. So I'm not changing any idea, but I'm looking at things and another perspective here in terms of the bearish market on XAUUSD in this particular case. I am overall bullish on gold, but if market actually breaks below these zones, which are the previous lows, there is going to be a killer for us in terms of going towards the downside here. Okay, cool. So this is one of the beautiful levels that I want us to look at. It is this one right here. I believe this is the level that we've been looking at for quite a number of weeks. So we need to pay special attention next to the 1795 mark. That is very important to look out for. That is a very good level. Then if we go to 4-hour time frames, I know you guys are seeing some Christmas trees and everything moving here. Let me delete some and show you guys. So this level is going to be of important, or a little bit higher here, which is going to be 1799 level right there. So gold is a big mover. You might want to trade it with quick trade. I'm going to leave the link in the description to open your account with quick trade, because if you want to swing on gold and invest on gold, you can just place your trades and relax there on quick trade. In terms of the contracts that they've signed with the liquidity provider, are not that harsh on your side for risk management purposes. Okay, cool stuff. Let's go a little bit further down. Let's look for GBP USD. Now this is another dollar trade that I would like to look at. Now, a bearish market on a daily time frame was introduced to us also here, and I'd like to highlight a few things here. Let me delete this guy. So just an overall thing, overall trend here, we can see that the market is now trying to make lower lows. I don't know about highs. I believe it's now going to make lower highs, lower lows and lower highs. Now, I'm going to go with the same idea on smaller time frames, and for our time frame, especially here. You can just see how the market is lining up itself here. Now, to highlight some of the few things, look at how the market has been positioning itself for selling conditions, actually. So I believe this is now a bearish market introduced to us. Let's look at a 1-hour time frame and zoom out a little bit. There's quite a few levels that we need to look out for here on GBP USD. This is a beautiful level of entry in terms of the sellers, but markets may even push further up, to go for this particular level right here. So if market takes us out on this level, don't be too worried. We are going to be taking secondary entries or more entries on this level right there, which is higher than this one. So you can set up your sell limit and then go all the way down as the market moves. So let's discuss something else here. Let's discuss this setup, which is a USD-JPY. USD-JPY, we missed out on a sell limit here on Friday. I think it was Friday, where market didn't trigger our sell limit and market started going down. But what are we looking at here? Mr. Mtiane is looking at a friendly bullish market situation that we are having here, right? This is more of a friendly bullish market, meaning that we need to focus on looking for buy options here. Let's go to a 4-hour time frame and zoom out a little bit. So I want you to look at what is going on here. Please don't mind these lines here. These are my sell limit orders that I put last week. So I'm going to be deleting them when markets open. I can't delete them now because the market is closed. Okay, cool stuff. So I'm looking at USD-JPY. So there are a couple of things that I would really love to highlight here. These right here, and then I want to show you something also that I'm seeing. Now, I'm not a big fan of head and shoulders, just that I can just spot them if I see them. And this is the left shoulder, and this is the head, and then here we are creating a right shoulder to go all the way up. In this particular case, you can even use your trend line here to draw it down here and see if we are looking for any retest here. But I believe that a zone that we need to look out for is even lower than this. So let me just clear all this and look for these beautiful zones that we are looking at here. Let me use fib here. I believe we are actually at the first buy zone, which is very important. This one is very important. When markets open, we can look out to buy here and have some stop losses even below some particular levels here, because this is looking more for a good setup towards the top side now, getting towards the top side direction. I believe this is where we need to focus on when we are trying to look at USD JPY. We need to focus on buying USD JPY. And then let's look out for USD Euro, USD ZAR. USD ZAR, let's go to a what is this time frame? This time frame is a daily, is a 4-hour time frame. Let's go for a daily. So a daily time frame, I've been explaining for a while now, these daily moving averages, and these daily moving averages are really a key in terms of looking at how this particular setup is positioning itself. So we have our 50-day SMA crossing above the 100-day SMA. Not yet, it has not yet reached the 200-day, and this is a first sign of an upwards movement. And we know what has happened in the last couple of weeks. We know what is about to happen with job numbers. We know we are from South Africa. We are seeing things here in South Africa. So we need to anticipate. So I'm gonna be looking for a buy, guys. Why? The 200-day has been has been acting recently as my resistance, and currently I'm above this previous resistance, which is going to become my support. So in simple words, this is what I want to do. I want to buy all the way up from here, right? And then some key levels that I'll mark out now on a smaller time frame. Some key levels can be found on a 1 hour time frame, some sort of a situation. You can insert this guy and look for, for those buying zones where there's a lot of buying pressure. I agree with you. I'm gonna set up a buy limit order here, but I'm also gonna be seeing if there is any structure in this market, especially this one where I'm seeing market bouncing more than 3 times on this zone, bouncing once, twice, and then this is the third time. I believe we have to move all the way up from here. This is a good early entry with a little bit of a tighter stop loss. Now here, pips, in terms of pips here, markets really moves fast on USD ZAR. And again, if you want to trade USD ZAR with less volatility in terms of contract, look at trading with a quick trade. So this is the MT4. In most cases, I use my MT4 to analyze and then execute on it, and then my MT5 I do execute on it. So I really recommend that you guys have your MT4 set up ready to go, especially because I want to give you guys a couple of things. As for those of you who are part of the International School of Traders, I want to give you guys some indicators which are outside the usual indicators, especially something like a harmonic scanner and all of that in this particular manner. So you find things like this. This is what I want to give to you. So please do arrange and prepare yourself, and use have an MT4 on your PC or phone, MT4 and MT5. Now I'm going to leave out a link in the description where you're going to open your MT4 account with CM Trading, which is going to be very, very, very important for you. Then USD CAD, I'm quite not very impressed, but again, what I did is I applied the three moving averages, even though they are showing now that the market is more bullish, but I want us to understand that we are still below the 200-day moving average, which means that there is still sellers here, right? And what I'm going to look for in a 4-hour time frame is a buying zone where I'm going to take my profit if I am selling. So this is a buying zone. Let me see if I'm using fib here, if this is not a significant zone. It is. We are very close to the 78.6 actually here. We're very, very close. So what we need to look out for is selling pressure towards this zone. It's like 90 pips or so towards our take profit. And if that doesn't happen, markets are going to push further up, and some reasons that can be laid out there. Obviously, one of them can be, and okay, let me not point out this because it's completely one of the things that I disagree with and I really hate, right? So let me quickly just draw this guy right here. This is one of the very important levels to look out for here too. So yeah, let's see how things go. But I'm very optimistic. I'm very looking forward to sell again here towards the downside again. So there's quite a number of trades that I'm looking at, even on ADSD, guys. I am looking for a sell option there. And then in the DSD, nothing much. Euro CHF, nothing much. And then AUD I believe it has moved. And then Euro CAD, nothing much to discuss there. And then CAD CHF can be maybe one of those things that we can look out for. Let's see on the daily time frame. Okay, cool. So CAD CHF is playing games with us, but the bearish market, which in this particular case, we might be in a retracement, bigger retracement for this impulsive move. So we need to look out for that. Let's see how things go, but I'm quite optimistic that anything that happens here, we can be very ready in terms of buying or selling. I think we are capable of doing anything here. AUD, I think this is one of the amazing structures that we need to look at. Euro AUD has been very bullish, especially in a 4-hour time frame. Now, I believe this is what we need to look at. If somebody can just take, not a screenshot here, but do the same analysis on this one and, post it on the group, I'll be very grateful. And I'll really see that if you just come and post this, I'll see that you were watching and you were learning from this video. If you post this on the group. So this is a very, very important thing that I'm looking at. And there might be a retest or not because of this spike, but the overall idea is to look for a buy option towards the top side. So look out for this one. GBP CHF, so this guy delete. GBP CHF, I believe we are in a bearish market situation, but nothing can be confirmed here for now. Let's look for more. NZD CAD is in line and in place for us now. Let's look at how things are happening here. Unfortunately, we didn't take this trade last week, but it's the only trades that I've been looking at quite closely. And I think there are reasons why I didn't take it. There was a lot of trades that we had already taken last week, and they were not in a good position, so they didn't want us to add more trades upon losing trades, and all of that. So that's what I didn't want, especially because some of you guys have really small accounts. Okay, cool stuff. So this is what we're looking at on a 1 hour time frame. We're looking to buy NZD CAD on this zone and then buy all the way up. So that's one of the things that we need to look out for in NZD CAD. You can look at it on a 4 hour time frame, nothing much. Yes, there is something much actually there. So we're looking to buy in this particular case. NZD JPY, nothing, nothing. GBP NZD, I think GBP NZD may be well positioned to look for buyers here. Why? This has been a very good, good bullish run, but let's look at a bigger picture here, bigger time frame, which is still on a daily. I just zoomed out. If you look at how things have been happening here, we might be having this as our retracement, and we are looking to start shooting all the way down now. So let's look out for such moves on GBP and ZD. Okay, cool stuff. There's a lot of things happening on CAD-JPY also, AUD-CHF. Those are the kind of trades that we can look at. I think just to top things off, we can just maybe see what Nasdaq is doing. I believe Nasdaq is perfectly positioned for buyers once again. You can put out this resistance zone or resistance area, but these for me has been one of the moments that market has been standing out beautifully. For daily time frame, I think I'm happy with everything. For our time frame, I'm happy with everything. Only thing we need to do now is to look for a buy situation here. And I think I'm going to discuss this more with the daily, on the daily live trading show, which is the daily market watch. And then also discussing it with a lot of you on the IST live trading room, right? But I'm pretty much happy, and I think and I believe that we need to look for buy options all the way up here in this particular case. Okay, cool stuff. What are we looking at? I think we're done. Thank you so much, guys, for coming through. Thank you so much for showing some interest on this video. Please give it a like and subscribe to this YouTube channel, and then share it with anybody who is interested in this and who wants to learn something about Forex and who wants to see what are we looking at this week. So just share it with at least 3 of your friends, and that will help a lot. So thank you so much. I will see you guys on the other side of the withdrawals. Shalom.